Chapter 1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios, what is wrong? When Chen Chang'an opened his eyes again, he was horrified to find that he was actually lying on a raft. I was kidnapped. Where is my phone? Where am I? The sea breeze blew on his face, and a seagull with a small fish in its mouth flew past leisurely. Nobody answered his doubts. Chen Chang'an clearly remembered that he fell asleep in front of the computer after he finished reading Night City last night. When he woke up and looked around, he only saw the vast sea. In this vast world, there was only one sea, one raft, and one person. Strangely, Chen Chang'an felt a sense of powerlessness in the face of nature. At this moment, he suddenly noticed that the gap between his legs had two more things. A tome made from sheepskin and a wooden hook with a string. When Chen Chang'an touched the sheepskin tome, a stream of light merged with his left palm, and 1 centimeter under his thumb, it condensed into the patterns of a scroll, round altar, and gold coin. Congratulations, you have activated the system message function. Congratulations, you have activated the forum function. Congratulations, no updates yet. Before Chen Chang'an could understand what was up with the 3 continuous congratulation messages, a large amount of system information once again appeared in Chen Chang'an's field of vision. 8 billion humans on Earth welcome you to the deep-sea world. There is almost no land here. Your only goal is to do your best to extend your survival time. In order to live better, you need to remember the following 6 points. First, there is a well-known saying in the deep-sea world. The raft is your home, and the hook is your friend. Secondly, the longer you survive, the greater the danger you face. I sincerely hope that you can become stronger and live longer. Third, groups with weak viability, including but not limited to the disabled, children, and the elderly, will be placed near adults. If they are willing to help, they can activate rescue missions and reward 30 days of water supplies. Fourth, do not underestimate your background and identity. Your background determines the future of most people. Fifth, there are many secrets hidden in this world. Please search carefully. Sixth and lastly, please be careful of any sharks or sea monsters around you. Chen Chang'an turned around. In the sea not far away, a shark's dorsal fin loomed. Perhaps it was because he was born with a big heart, but Chen Chang'an's blood supply was too stable, causing his body to calm down. Chen Chang'an began to think of ways to survive on the sea. The seawater couldn't be drunk, and drinking it would only accelerate the water loss from his body. Drinking urine or biological blood could quench thirst, but only temporarily. He couldn't do any strenuous exercises on the small boat, or it might capsize. There was no more. Chen Chang'an only had this little understanding of sea survival guides. Chen Chang'an was surprised to find that the translucent light screen in his field of vision was gradually disappearing. In its place was a scene similar to a strategic game's background selection of characters. This world has billions of lives and factions. Please choose one of the 3 identities as your background. Option 1. A nameless pirate with an iron hook. Option 2. A young fisherman on a boat adventure. Option 3. A wanted fallen aristocrat. Chen Chang'an frowned as he carefully considered each of the 3 choices' pros and cons. The first choice was to be a pirate. He might have weapons and iron hooks, so he could join the pirate camp. In the deep-sea world, this might be a good choice, but he might also be pursued by other camps. The second choice was to be a young fisherman. After choosing this option, the raft might be upgraded to a small boat. He could also choose his camp freely based on the actual situation. It would be safer. For the third one, Chen Chang'an thought about it for a while. If the respective keywords for the first and second options were weapons and safety, the keywords of the third choice were potential and danger. Under most circumstances, a noble's background would definitely have more potential than an ordinary person. The only thing that needed to be considered was the prefix, wanted. Chen Chang'an glanced at the raft under his feet. It didn't have the slightest ability to resist sharks, and its safety was of concern. Be it obtaining a weapon or upgrading his ship, it would greatly increase his sense of security. On the other hand, the third option would make him wanted, reducing the chances of survival in the early stages. My life is more important, safety first. Therefore, I choose. Chen Chang'an recalled the system notification that said, background determines the future of most people, and resolutely chose the third option. You have selected wanted fallen aristocrat. Creating background. Your ancestor was the respected ancestor of Yanzhou Island's Mazu 1. But not long ago, the Shiman clan used a massive amount of blood to worship Dagon, the evil deep-sea creature. The entire Mazu clan was demonized, and the lineage was completely exterminated. The remaining members of Mazu's faction had bounties worth a huge sum of money. You hurriedly escaped from the eastern sea on a wooden raft and came to this uninhabited sea. I won the bet. Chen Chang'an was overjoyed. With my identity as a priest, there are many resources that can be excavated. This was the case even in the modern world, where atheists abounded. Not to mention that there are still members left from Mazu's bloodline, and there is a chance that they can be converted to help me. This is a huge gain. Before you left, you hurriedly took an item from the family's treasury. May I know what you took? Option 1. An unattended military crossbow, Option 2. Precious distress flare, Option 3. Wooden statue of Mazu. Chen Chang'an hesitated for a moment before choosing the third option. Military crossbows were easy to use and could even kill sharks. Ordinary people would definitely prefer this kind of forbidden weapon, but why was the prefix of the military crossbow unattended? Chen Chang'an happened to know about this cold knowledge. Bows were made of wood, animal horns, resin, and animal tendons. They were extremely sensitive to humidity and moisture. If they were at sea, where the water vapor was heavy, the range and accuracy would be greatly increased. The second choice might seem to have the precious prefix, but as long as one studied reading comprehension at middle school level and knew how to refer to the background and refer to the context, one would clearly know that a distress flare was useless. As a wanted person, the most important thing for Chen Chang'an was not to ask for help but to hide himself and avoid being caught. If he wasn't strong enough, perhaps the help that the distress flare called for could kill him in the blink of an eye for the Shiman clan's reward. In addition, as the Mazu priest, was it really good not to choose the statue? Congratulations, you have obtained the wooden statue of Mazu. Wooden statue of Mazu, rarity. White introduction. An ancient deity worshipped in the Mazu family line. Legend has it that it once banished the ancient evil. When you obtain excellent food or wine, you can supply it to Mazu in exchange for divine power. After chanting, Mazu, please bless me, in your heart, you will awaken Mazu's divinity, expelling the evil marine creatures nearby. This consumes a little divine power per hour. Divine power 14/30, evaluation. Her potential is far beyond that. A foot-long yellow plywood statue slowly emerged from the void and landed on Chen Chang'an's palm. The statue was a young girl with her mouth slightly open and a look of anticipation on her face. She looked like a cat waiting for its owner to feed it snacks. Chen Chang'an thought to himself, is Mazu a foodie? Finally, please give your nameless raft a name. Chen Chang'an recalled his previous life on Earth. He was a native of Hunan, and apart from a certain regional black barrier, there was also a ghost ship that could never return to its homeland. He had formed an inexplicable bond with Hunan. Chen Chang'an reminisced about his hometown. He smiled and sighed. It seems like I can't go back to my hometown either. Although I don't have any relatives or family, I miss my sons in the dormitory. I miss the rich and colorful online world, and I miss the old drivers who left pictures in the group chat. Hence, your name is. The corners of Chen Chang'an's lips curled up. He looked at the raft under his feet and typed in 4 words. The Flying Henan People. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.